I'm Richard Kuttner. I'm 57 years old, and today marks 6 months to the day since we discovered that I had lung cancer. I have adenocarcinoma of the lung that has metastasized to my sacrum through my bloodstream. I think that my situation is one that's referred to as inoperable.
Lung cancer is the leading cancer killer. I think a lot of people misunderstand the extent of what a public health problem it is.
I saw my x-ray. I saw the big white spot in my lung. I then have to make a choice. Well, do I go to MD Anderson? Do I go to St. Luke's? Where do I go? I went to Methodist. I knew that going there would surround me with high-quality physicians, with high-quality staff, and in an environment with a philosophy that catered to my comfort level.
By the time I met Richard, he had time to process a little bit of what we were going to discuss.
Do I take time off to make memories with my son and my girlfriend and then come back and start treatment? Or do I begin treatment immediately? And he said, look, the disease is yours. The choice about whether, when, and how to begin treatment, that's yours too.
It is attractive thought sometimes, well, let me get all my other things out of the way and then later I'll deal with this. The problem is it doesn't make sense to be chasing advancing disease down the road.
He said, you got something inside you that's growing. It's trying to take as much space as it can get. And the bigger head start you give it, the harder the job's going to be to catch up and try to make progress. He said, so from that perspective, no, it's not a good plan. He says, the quicker you let me get to work, the quicker we can make progress and the more progress we can make. And so the goal at this point was to come up with a plan to reduce the presence of cancer in my body as small as we could get it. And then once it's at that point, put me on a maintenance plan to keep it from growing back. I had done my research. I had done a ton of research before he and I met, and I knew the statistics. And here I've got a doctor telling me, he says, that's really not the way this should play out.
In this particular situation, he was otherwise very healthy, and we weren't particularly concerned that he would have trouble tolerating the chemotherapy.
Dr. Bernecker has been right every step of the way. I wasn't as willing then to accept this as I am now. If you've just found out you have cancer, one of the things you will encounter is a world full of people who love you, who want to help you, who want to care for you. If you can get over the little hiccup where they say, oh, you have cancer, once you get over that, almost everything else is positive. I found the air smells better, flowers are brighter, my son spends more time with me, and all of a sudden, the things that weren't important before, you realize how important they are.
I do think that type of, humor coupled with inquiry, wanting to know what's going on and discussing options helps people process and helps make sure that they're comfortable with the plan going forward. I think the full gamut of things that are necessary in terms of expertise, but also compassionate care are here. We have great surgeons, we have outstanding radiation therapists, we have some of the best pathologists in the country.
From the moment I showed up at Houston Methodist for my first visit, it's been extraordinary. Every single person makes it a point to make the time, to make the effort, to leave with a smile, to leave with a laugh in their voice.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But more than anything else, the care and compassion that's been afforded to me at every level has been extraordinary. I couldn't ask for any finer care. And thanks to what I've received here at Houston Methodist, my quality of life is incredible now and getting better.